Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. Let's start checking this game out right now, because why the hell not? Up the top right side of the map, it is Mr. VortiX. He is 21 years of age, from Spain, plays for Team Millennium, and yes, he is very, very awesome, and got an Overlord out there already, so obviously we've been skipping quite a bit of the game. But we do have a nice bit of defense there, and yes, putting a pylon down at the very last second. No way that VortiX is going to get in here, and very, very nice move. So his opponent, Mr. Patience, is from South Korea and not currently part of a team, and doesn't currently have an age either. So he's a ageless, timeless player. Mr. Patience is. He's got the patience of ages. He does. Yeah. So here we go. Nice bunch of lings. Looks like they might be able to kill it. Maybe not. He's going to run back straight into another ling, just for the hell of it. So these lings are going to fall back. But, oh, on the third base. You don't expect it on the third base. You expect it on the expansion, but not on the third base. So that is going to be annoying, and just another annoying little thing to keep the lings away for a little bit longer. The cannons are going to come up, but only one of them is actually going to make it up. The other one is going to get destroyed, cancelled at the very last second. Pretty nice stuff, and the lings are going to get owned there. So not quite able to take this out, and now there are enough to force the cancel there. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And they might have to third base over to there. It looks like he's already going for it, which is pretty good, but that is a pain in the ass, because this base is a lot harder to defend than the other one. It's, well, the other one is on the high ground, which is okay, and it's got this network and stuff like that, so you can just hold this gap, and you're already holding this gap, so that's it. It's just two gaps you need to hold. This one, there's no little gaps you can hold. It's just pain all over the place. You can come in from any direction. It's just nuts. I wonder, I don't think a Reaper can get through here. It's just too much crap all over the place. But I don't know, man. If a Reaper can jump up a cliff, you think it could jump over those plants or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand game design sometimes. So, worker count. What do we got here? 38 over 34. Not an extremely excessive lead at the moment, but I'm sure VortiX will be pushing it. Of course, he did have a massive delay in the form of that cannon rush there. He's only lost 3 lings though, and I think those are all to the cannon, so hasn't lost any workers yet, which is very, very nice. Still chasing a worker around with a probe. I wonder if this is the same worker and the same probe as before. It's, yeah. Ling speed, dude, come on. 7.5 minute mark. He's only just started it, so yeah. But that ling, oh, just got bitch slapped by the cannon. And yeah, what is Patience doing at the moment other than shooting an Overlord? He's getting an Oracle and a bunch more gateways, so should be seeing some interesting stuff. No doubt that Overlord did see, where's my thing? He did see at the starport, so yeah, definitely knows there is an Oracle coming out, and definitely will be expecting it. What do we got here? We got a Spore Crawler here, got a Spore Crawler, yep, definitely expected. Hallucinated Feast coming out as well, just to have a bit of a crack. And oh, in case it wasn't any more obvious, he decided to fly the Oracle straight over the watchtower. So very, very nice. He's going to run in, see, maybe might be able to get something at the edge of the gas, a couple of the workers maybe. But he's just going to take a rest for a second, just sort of rest there. See what's going on. Oh, some workers out in the middle of the field. Very, very nice pickup. Couldn't quite get the last one, unfortunate, but one worker kill. That's pretty good so far, and hasn't taken much damage. So far this Oracle's not doing a bad job. Ling's finally coming around. They're going to be taking out this cannon. And a Zealot is warped in, a few more Zealots actually. So the cannon goes down, but the Zealots are still there. Might be able to run a probe over there and just have a good time for a little while. Here he goes, moving on in. Come on, get some workers. There we go. Another worker going down. Third worker going down. Doing a pretty good job so far, this Oracle is, but is taking some queen hits. Going to be moving over there. Nothing over there really to attack, but then again, there's no Spore Crawlers over there either, so that's pretty good. And yeah, just falling back, those Zealots deciding that staying there long term wasn't a good decision. Decided to run. The lings just running past, just being annoying little dicks. And They are going to be scouting this third base, which is going to have a very, very nice anti-ling cannon defense right here. This is the anti-ling cannon defense because this cannon is useless against anything other than lings. I mean, if roaches come, they just wipe it out in 2 seconds, but against a little swarm of lings, they will get completely owned and they won't be able to do anything about it. So yes, going to be sniping some more stuff. This Oracle really going long term and is really doing a great job. Another 2 or 3 workers died there. Pretty nice stuff. As yeah, we'll see how it goes. Patience is going to be looking good in this game. 60 under 62, so his macro is in a very, very good position. He's getting level 2 weapons. I don't believe he's got much other than level 1 attack. That's about right. VortiX has nothing, but he's just about to finish level 1 attack on his range. And he does appear to be going for a lot of roaches and hydras, as well as a lot of lings. So, just all sorts of fancy ground stuff. Did that Oracle finally die? No, maybe it was a worker over there. The Oracle, I don't know where the Oracle is. But there is a Void Ray, so Patience going for a very, very nice mix of units. And should be able to do a bunch of damage to those roaches. Leave the way open for the hydras to be destroyed by everything else. Here he goes. He's going to flank it from the side. The Void Ray going in and overcharging, doing tons of damage to the roaches. The roaches all dying pretty fast, but still the hydras managing to get close enough to force Patience back a little bit. He's got to be a little bit careful. Maybe trying to wait for level 2 weapons. But level 2 weapons just a little bit out of his reach for the moment. It's very, very close though. He's just buying time, and there it goes. It's almost there. It's almost there. There he goes. Now it's there. And the force fields go down, and everything is starting to get killed. And I think he's going to be a little bit more confident here. But still, these guys pushed him very, very hard up against the wall. He's behind quite a bit in the unit supply, though he's still doing pretty good. And the worker numbers, and blinking forward with these level 2 weapons, going to see what he can do. He's not doing bad, but the hydras are just so good against stalkers, and they're really just starting to shred stuff. So Patience has got to be a little bit careful about running his forces into the hydras. He's got to have a little bit more patience when it comes to taking these guys out, because they really are quite deadly. Oh, look at this beautiful, beautiful defensive play right here. It's great at keeping them away from the workers. It's not so good if you don't want to lose your gateways, because those gateways are going to start going down very, very fast. One of them almost dead. There we go. And there's a gap, actually. But cannon's still not open, but still. You could very easily roll a bunch of Balings in there and do all sorts of crazy stuff. And Patience is definitely not falling behind here. Although his production is going to start falling behind very, very soon. This would be the 3rd gateway he's lost in about 30 seconds. The Stalker's blinking forward, but you do not want to blink into Hydras, because Hydras are quite awesome at killing Stalkers, if we haven't mentioned that before. They're trying to do some stuff, but I think Patience is actually being hampered to some degree by his own buildings and getting within range of these guys, but yeah, he's doing okay. Did lose about 4 gateways there. He's going to need to rebuild those at some point. It looks like he's rebuilt them over here, or was rebuilding them over here. Yeah, that's going to be pretty good. And level 3 weapons almost done. So his Stalker army is going to start to look quite awesome. But still, even with level 3 weapons, I'm not sure if I'd want to throw them against Hydras, because Hydras are just so freaking good. And VortiX has the macro to keep them coming out. It's not an insane amount of macro, but it's good enough to keep the Hydras pumping out. And you got to remember, Stalkers do cost more than Hydras by a tiny little bit. So unless you are beating Hydras, it's not generally a good idea to move them out. And even with 3 upgrades versus the 1 upgrades that VortiX has, I'm still not sure it's a good idea. And here we go. The game-turning move by Mr. VortiX, shredding a whole bunch of workers. He's even got enough mutas to do some damage to the Stalkers, start taking them out. He's not going to take all of them out, but he is going to take a few of them out, and that is enough. And the workers starting to go down. How many workers did he destroy? Quite a few. There's 18 lost now. We're down to 55 under 69. And for the first time in a while, VortiX has a decent macro lead. And we'll see if he can put it into play here. His army is looking good. 121 over 101. And oh, if he can snipe this Nexus, it will be huge. He's not quite going to get there, though. The force field's doing a great job. But there are no Colossus yet out on the map. so he's not getting completely owned yet with the pure Hydra play. It's very, very close though. It's very close to the point where the Hydras are going to go. They're getting so close, they're so dangerous. A couple of good force fields and those Hydras will all be destroyed. But the Mutas going around the backside, they're getting trapped in between Stalkers here. That is not the best option. He's done a little trick to make them all bunch up. Needs to run him. The right side is free. Go for the right side. Go, go, go. He's just sort of staying there. I don't think he knows that the right side is free. But it's not going to be free for long if Patience starts shoring it up. So we'll see. He can even go out the front here. I think he's... There he goes. He's going to... Where is he going? Where is he going? I just don't know anymore. He's very, very scared about getting caught by a bunch of Stalkers. But maybe going to let the Hydras come in and start doing stuff. But there is one Colossus out. And Colossus just own Hydralisks so badly. They just absolutely annihilate them. And there's almost no roaches in this army. Lings are not going to help too much. They're pushing in, trying to draw attention away from the Mutas. Now there's two Colossus and not the Hydras are running away. Oh, they're running in now. The Muta's going for the Colossus. He knows he needs to take out these Colossus. The Stalker's running in as well, shredding the Hydras, the Mutas so fast. And one Colossus does survive, and I think that's going to be all that it takes to destroy these guys. Hydras are going nuts over there, but they do get thrown away, and this Colossus already has 6 kills, and this is its very first battle. So, doing a fantastic job. And now VortiX is forced to go for the Colossus. The pure ground play has finally run to the end of its period, and now he's got to go into the standard Colossus play, sorry, the Corruptor play to deal with the Colossus. And we'll see how it can work. A bunch of Stalkers coming out. The Hydras are probably still good enough to deal with them, but we'll just have to see. With Colossus coming out now, it's going to be a very, very strong army. He's got to be careful. This is a beautiful concave position where my mouse is for VortiX to just completely overwhelm that army. So it's better for him to move around here. There's still a possibility of a concave like that. Oh, there's a full flank going on. This is even worse than a concave. Patience traded out a bad position for an even worse position. The Colossus is going nuts, but there are enough Corruptors to take it out, and that is it. He may not even be able to get away from here. His Stalkers blink out of there. Everything else has died. It's just the Stalkers left, and now he is running for it. So he thought he was in a good position, and he was, but even being in a good position can turn horribly against you if you decide to go for your opponent's base on a ton of creep and get flanked up the arse, because that just turns everything around so fast. So yes, we're going to be seeing if this is the beginning of the end for Mr. Patience, if VortiX is just going to be able to turn around and go nuts here. His income is not fantastically fantastic, but he is pumping out a bunch more workers, which is good. So hopefully he can get himself up to like the 60 worker count, something like that, and get himself in a really, really good position, because Patience is not all that good at the moment. He's actually trying to run back. He's worried about the Lings surrounding him. He's going to be running on back. He should be able to blink up the ramp with the rest of his forces, so that is not too bad. Got to be able to hold on. No Colossus though. And I suppose with the Corruptors out, it's going to be hard to have Colossus, but he so badly needs Colossus to deal with the Hydras. Without Colossus, the Hydras are just going to start absolutely demolishing his entire army. And so yeah, I don't know. I think he's just screwed at the moment. I think VortiX is just too strong after that last major engagement back here, and he's not going to get any weaker anytime soon. So that's it. Patience starting to fall back. VortiX starting to push out. But yeah, I just do not know. Just do not know if Patience can come back in this game. Yeah, I just don't know. Look at that. 30 army behind. It's not looking good. We don't have Colossus out on the map, so the Hydras are going to be doubly effective. The only thing that Patience really has going for him is the level 3 weapon upgrades. And that's good, but these guys have got 2-1, so it's almost equal. I mean, 3-0 versus 2-1. Almost equal. We're seeing a fair few Immortals around. But the Roaches aren't the problem, it's the Hydras which are the problem. And to deal with Hydras, you really need Colossus. And I reckon, I mean, there's only 4 Corruptors out there, so maybe Colossus is still a way to go. I understand that VortiX would be building a ton of Corruptors if he thought Colossus was still coming out, but yeah, we will see right here. He's trying to hold off. The force fields are doing a fairly good job Lings are getting in and starting to knock away the Stalkers. But he's trying to hold up. I don't know if it's going to happen though. Well, Patience is just running out of units much too fast there. Hydra's coming up. Just a few extra from the top. And that's it. The GG has gone down. And, I mean, that's it. Hydra's with 2-1 versus Stalkers with 3-0. I mean, 3-0 is awesome, but Hydra's own Stalkers. That's all there is to it. And no amount of upgrades is going to change that. I mean, if you have Stalkers with 3-0 versus Hydra's with 0-0, then maybe you can start talking. But if they're approximately the same, then Hydras are going to win every single time. And that was it. Thank you very much for watching this game. I do hope you enjoyed it. And I will catch you guys tomorrow with another one. Stay tuned.